Cox. Yes, indeed, it is bucketing down here in London. Our next up game has Fiji taking on Japan, the defending series champions, who give away to the Blitzbocker as the #1 side in the World of Sevens right now. A look at both lineups. Chris Cracknell, who impressed you in both these sides' opening games here at Twickenham?
I think Japan were obviously up against it in their first game, and Fiji sort of fell behind. For me, the real interesting man that coming back in as the 13th player is Jerry Tuai. He has been instrumental for Fiji for the last 3 years, and I'm sure when he gets his moment, his time to shine will come once he's off that bench and up and running.
Colin Issau leads the Fijians out onto the field in the wet, where it is Fiji chasing the first win, their first win here this weekend after going down to Canada right on full time in the opening game today. Japan were put away quite comfortably in their opener. And look for Joshua Vakurunambili here, the #6 from Fiji, on debut this weekend, 23 years of age. Joshua Vakurunambili.
He was certainly marauding around when he got his opportunity, carrying that ball around, like you said, like a peanut in one hand, and he also had the dexterity to get those offloads away. He's got the lovely touches, a very well-balanced runner, and also a force to be reckoned with in a massive man.
He's a go-to here for the Fijians. Our referee for this one is Craig Evans out of Wales. It is chilly all of a sudden, but both these sides about to warm it up out in the middle, with Ravovo going to Lasila's side. The Japanese star, Siosifa Lasala, was just brilliant last week in Paris. Here's Colin Issau, darting in and away. Colin Issau, the captain, opens up for Fiji.
Yeah, leading from the front as ever. Oscar Colin Issau, men of Fiji. Everyone talks about Waisali Serevi. This guy's going on to be another great from the island in the South Pacific, and they're leading from the front. Pressure at the restart, and just having the nous and the realisation, there's the space, take the opportunity, let's go and score, let's get points on the board, let's get Fiji rocking.
Easy as you like for Colin Issau. Ravovo from the left-hand touchline, and it's good. Another 2 on the board for Fiji. They're up by 7.
There's good balance there as well, and as we see the try and Oscar going over, Fiji used this tactic, and it's something that was brought in under Ben and Jeremy Manning working with these guys, but Oscar scored the try. It gives him time to reset and get back. Fatimo comes up and takes the restart, but Oscar can also do that as well, so it's good balance, taking the pressure off each other.
Well, they get it wrong on that occasion. You mocked him, Chris Cracknell.
Put the curse on him, didn't they?
Yeah, mocked him, and the restart goes back to Japan with a free kick. A couple of issues for the Fijians this series at restart time. Here is Sakai for Japan. Good feet from Stellan. Stellan and Lasala have been terrific for Japan this year. That is Lasala out wide, looking for an early touch. Kato. Here we go. Lasala. Oh, that's a tricky one for Lasala to bring in out of the hands of Kato. It was forward,
Scrum.
And it will be a Fijian feet to the scrum.
Then they're knock on.
The weather paying difference to the skill set there, and you know, maybe not the right option. Needed to just get some consistency, Japan, get themselves on the front foot, get their game, get into their straps, and that area will prove costly, because I'm sure Fiji will strike here, and maybe not what people notice, but it's often quite wet in Fiji. It's not always picturesque. There's a lot of rain down there, so these boys will be used to playing in those conditions.
Now it comes for Ravovo. Ravovo switches with Mothanathangi. Mothanathangi gets it away for Nasoko. Nasoko can't hang on. It's going to come all the way back, and Japan will pile in and make the turnover. Japan come away with it now to Sakai. Sakai to Stellan. Lasala pops up on the left-hand side now. Lasala beats Colin Issau, gets it infield to Stellan, who couldn't bring it in, and then the fend comes from Silla, and he shoots away for Fiji's second.
handicap. Noni Nasilasila, you aren't going to stop him from there. He's got fantastic footwork. He's a former rugby league boy. And, you know, he's come in and he's done that job that Jerry Tuai does so well from the back, countering off a turnover. And you see here, with that kind of space in front of him, he will go all the way.
Nasilasila on his way towards bagging his second in London. It's a great pick-off, and see you later on the other side of the scoop up. $4-0 the score. Conversion was good. And Fiji up the middle, lovely take from the debutant. Gets the ball away for Kolinissau. He gets his second, but it was all Vakurinambili burning Japan.
Well, this gets the pulses racing down in Suva. Restart so key in sevens. Under the ball, then the spatial awareness to realise, ride the tackle, look for the offload, and there he is, Captain Fantastics in support as ever, Oscar Kolinissau under the sticks.
How about Joshua Vakurinambili? 23 years of age, out of the Wardens Club. Plucked it and offloaded for Kolinissau. Fiji up by 21. Now they go deep with a restart. And Mothanathangi's flying through here. Mothanathangi can't scoop it up. The Soko now in there looking to hammer into the Japanese attack. Tough work this for Japan, coming from behind their try line.
Leave.
Down by 3, converted tries. Good ball that from Hashino. It's going to come back though for Fiji. And now Drani Sinu Kulau pops it down to make it a 26-point game. First ever try on the series. So the Japanese mistake gives Fiji another 5 points.
It's been quite the learning experience this season for Japan, obviously not having the household names that they had come Rio last year, and these guys have obviously learned a hell of a lot, but it's that pressure, that execution under fatigue and under a lot of pressure here.
Well, the back heel's not going to help either, as Fiji come flying in again. Mothanathangi on the spot. Mothanathangi spins around, slams it down, and Fiji are tearing Japan apart.
Great defence from Fiji. They're just putting pressure on time and again. I know the restarts, they're making their tackles, and then they're flooding through. We saw it in the first games. Some people just covering their eye off, just looking at the ball. Fiji defence is pushing up in one line, collectively putting pressure under Japan, and their skill set can't live with it.
Conversion off to the right. Still some seconds to run before the half-time siren sounds around Twickenham. Clever little dab back with a foot there as well for Mothanathangi. Big rangy runner as the wingspan to get it out and across the Japanese line. Here they come again. Oh, lovely work from Lasala. Lasala's brought it in for himself. Lasala looking to get clear, still going. Lasala, oh, that is special from Siosifa Lasala.
Well, Lasala there, just tucking it under his wing, going, boys, follow me. I'll show you how it's done. Unfortunately, Nasilasila gets across, but technically doesn't get his tackle right. And Lasala has the power and the pace to go over on the sticks and might see a Japan comeback.
He was the DHL Performance Player of the tournament last week in Paris. Siosifa Lasala picking right up. Okay, at the break, it is Fiji up by 28 against Japan. 33-5 the score.
offloads. I said point set.
Okay? Zeta there, point score.
Discipline with the ball. Keep the ball.
You're not disciplined there.
Four turnovers, 5 turnovers, whatever it is.
Yeah.
5 tries. 5 tries.
Man, there, suck it on, as you don't show it on. There.
Hey,
turnover go home there.
Set the point. Relax. Take our time. We can
get through the spaces and the branches. Set. Okay. We've got to get 33 on the scoreboard now. We need to keep playing that on. Okay. So it's next job every time we get something. What is our next job? We receive kickoff. We get the kickoff and we get back into that game straight away. Put that last one away. It's gone. We're on now into the second half. Wisey on for Vetimo, and then we'll bring the rest on. Right. Then I want to see the game rise. Set. Guys, go.
Just about to rip and tear into the second half here, where it is Fiji up over Japan, 33 points to 5. Sean Maloney in commentary alongside me, former England Sevens star Chris Cracknell. Some terrific tries in that first half, plenty for the highlights reel.
That were indeed, and it's interesting hearing the half-time team talk. Japan obviously talking about keeping ball, not looking for offloads. Conversely, Fiji are looking for that next job. What can they do next to kick on, build the score, keep putting pressure?
Hashino gets us back off and moving. Well taken from Hahn as well, off the restart. Lasala got him. Now across to Hashino again. Late switch. Kato carrying forward for his side. Now Hahn again. Lasala buried in the tackle there.
There's the ruck go, boys.
They didn't miss Lasala that time round. Stellan, 5-on-5, Mathonathangi catches him. Now Shino finds Tatana. Gobbled up there by Nasoko and co.
Leave.
Hahn in the midfield. No way through for the moment for this Japanese side. Down by 28. Lasala beat the first tackle and then copped a hammering on the second. Now Mothanathangi rips it out. Oh, Mothanathangi front on is a nightmare proposition, the Fiji number 5, and he did not miss that time.
No, he's not a man you want to run straight at, I tell you that for free. Fijian defence is excellent there. They're picking the battle so well at the breakdown. They're keeping that line together, collectively working, collectively moving forward. They seem much more on the same page than they were, conversely, in that Canada game this morning.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Here they come, Fiji. The kick ahead isn't bad either. From the Thungu, Nathungu! The ball just does what it's asked from Nathungu, and he scores the first try in the second half.
Well, I say Nathungu, a majestic playmaker. He's been part of the Sevens squad for a number of years now, and certainly during my time there, he was prominent in training, but was behind other players ahead of him who were in the Jerry Two Eyes of this world. And he's certainly a man with plenty of vision and plenty of ability, and will go a long way in the game. Now he's got his opportunity.
The gimme shot from in front is good, and the score is Fiji 40, Japan 5. Mothanathangi coming through and making the low tackle there on Sakai. They creep up out wide. Fiji. Now just past the 22. Kalinisau read the play well there to shut down Japan, and now Fiji pile in at the breakdown and make the steal. Kalinisau gets it away. It'll be a penalty for Fiji. Two-eye taps and goes. He's Nathungu. Nathungu gets through the line. Nathungu finds Biduniyata, still going! Another try for Fiji. It's Tuai tapping down.
This has all come for Fiji from some excellent defensive work. The decision at the breakdown to counter-ruck, not go for the steal with a hand on the ball, realising the situation against a smaller player, and then the spatial awareness. Nathongu, great offload, great feet, and then an offload again to Jerry Tuai, that man with the majestic feet that we saw in Rio, going under the posts. And I'm sure he will want to get himself back into that starting lineup.
They were 7
Another 2 goes on the board. Fiji 47, Japan 5. Gee, that opening
Japan 2
game lost to Canada has stung Fiji.
No, it is.
Brought them to life here in London. And poor Japan find themselves on the wrong side of a white-hot Fijian outfit. Let's tap back here from Sakai. Han. Kano goes across the field, looking for a way through, looks up and sees Mothanathangi and wisely shoots it out the back. Han trying desperately to find a way through this Fijian defence. Sakai, well brought in by Kato. Good endeavour this from the Japanese. It all began back on their try line. Lovely pickup from Nakano. They call the crossfield kick out wide. Setting out after it is Hayashi. He won't have the pace to outgun Veramalua, that's for sure. Veramalua buys some time, pops off the deck. This is trouble for Japan. Big time trouble. Because the little playmaker, little Jerry's going to have some fun. Basketball pass back in field to Nathungu. Nathungu, the jump step. Nathungu beats another. And rolls it in to make it 52-5.
That's more like it from Fiji. They have been ruthless and relentless in this game. The defence has put on tons and tons of pressure. The turnovers have come. Lovely skill set from Jasa Veramalua down there to use a bit of footwork to buy himself some time, a bit of footballing skills. And that man in your screen, Jerry Tuai, you do not want him in space. He will find and he will punish you. And then Nathongu, as I said earlier on, has been biding his time in the Fiji team to get his opportunity, and there he's had it, and he's been fantastic in this match.
That's 2 in this one for Nathungu, and the conversion is right on through. 54-5, Fiji up over Japan. This is the 6th time Fiji have put 50 past the Japanese. Mothanathangi on the hunt, slaps it back. It's that enormous left arm through and pulls it back for Fiji. Still some time to have some fun here for Fiji. The late switch is a good one, and it frees up the runner. Bounce pass back for Tuai, who holds the ball up. High tackle, the call there on Biduniyata. Nathungu. Across to Veramalua. Veramalua gets it over the top for Tuai. Tuai puts a little bit of sparkle on the closing try. Switch ball back in field to Biduniyata, and Fiji make it 59-5.
That's what we love to see, the little playmaker there, Jerry Tuai with the flick inside. But as I said previously, Fiji have just been relentless. This is the Fiji of old, and that is a real sort of, they put their stall out and said, okay, we messed up against Japan, against Canada, sorry, against Japan. We're going to get our straps, we're going to get back moving, and we're going to rock this tournament.
Back into the winner's circle here in London. Fiji 61, Japan 5. Okay, let's get a look at some of the key numbers out of that game. And it was, as you'd expect, all Fiji, 61-5. 10 tackles missed by the Japanese. The passes completed, all given away far too often from Japan back to Fiji. And some of the stars in that one. Mofanathangi was everywhere. Sila, Tuai with the most carries. And for Japan, Lasala, well, he was their sole try scorer. He never, ever gives up, Lasala. Okay, Nathungu with the 3 line breaks and 2 tries as well. Well, we're really starting to rev up here at the HSBC London 7. Some terrific fans on deck around the ground. Couple of Muppets. You name it, we've got it here at Twickenham. Bam Bam, check. Vikings, check. All ages, all shapes and sizes here at the London Sevens. It's dab time.